Some of the greatest boxers of all time were forged by tough circumstances, and they created a life for their family where they'd never have the same struggle. In a few of these cases, their kids or grandkids admired that legacy and forged a path of their own. Today, we'll be looking at some of the boxing greats who inspired the names of fighters who we've been keeping our eyes on today. Muhammad Ali is a name even non-boxing fans have heard. He's been called the GOAT of boxing, and those are massive shoes to fill. But the Ali name, weighing as heavy as it does, inspired his daughter Laila Ali to pick up the gloves, and she retired with an amazing unbeaten record of 24-0 with 21 knockouts, giving her the highest KO ratio of any female boxer. She retired as champion in 2007, and now her nephew Nico Ali Walsh has begun his search of boxing glory. As of today, his record stands at 11 wins, 1 loss and 1 no contest. In June of 2024, he avenged his first majority decision loss against Sone Akale with a unanimous decision victory. He's also constantly been called out by Jake Paul, but he's said that a fight like that would tarnish the Ali name.
I denied a multi-million-dollar contract from MVP Promotions to fight Jake Paul, and I'm fighting a real fighter tonight, so I'm not a part of that circus league of boxing.
There is another boxer who has claimed himself as the GOAT of boxing, and he goes by the name of Floyd Money Mayweather. He retired with a perfect 50-0 record and an Olympic bronze medal. With stellar names on his resume like Zab Judah, Oscar De La Hoya, Canelo Alvarez and Marcos Maidana, he far surpassed his dad Mayweather Sr., who retired with a record of 24 wins and 6 losses without having won any major world titles. A crowd favourite of boxing has to be the great Prince Naseem Hamed. Naseem was as much of an entertainer as he was a boxer. At the end of his career, he'd racked up 36 wins with 31 KOs and only 1 loss. 21 years later, his son Aadam Hamed has begun his career as a boxer and has won his first fight as a professional. If he is half as great as his dad, we have a lot to look forward to. Nigel, Benn and Chris Eubank Sr. are 2 of Britain's most iconic boxers. Their rivalry was fierce and entertaining, with personalities and styles that couldn't be further apart. Eubank ended up getting the best of their rivalry as he won their first clash in 1990 by TKO, and in 1993 they drew by split decision. Fast forward 3 decades later, and their sons Conor Benn and Chris Eubank Jr. had embroiled themselves in a rivalry of their own. Chris, who had fought at a high level and only lost 3 fights to high-class opposition, was set to fight an undefeated Conor in 2023. The fight was called off under very unfortunate circumstances as Benn tested positive for a banned substance and was suspended from the sport. Kotsya and Tim Tszyu was one of the greatest light welterweight boxers, having held every belt in that division at different times. His son Tim Tszyu has been doing a magnificent job of following in his dad's footsteps, as he was undefeated until this year when an accidental elbow gashed his head open early in the fight, rendering his eyesight impeded, and he'd lost the fight. He looks to make a comeback and wants to fight the pound-for-pound great Terence Crawford as soon as possible. If you're enjoying the content on this channel, please do leave a like on the videos and subscribe to the channel, as it helps us tremendously. Until next time.